to my talk show. And with me, Jennifer, as your host today, we're going to talk about some interesting and very hot topic that is really talked about in our society nowadays. But first of all, let me take a seat, okay? And of course, in today's segment, I won't be talking alone to myself. I will have to invite some of my lovely friends to come accompany me and to come share their opinions about our topic that I will reveal later on today. So for the first one, can we get Miss Dia right here? Okay. Hello Dia. And good evening.
Yes, it's good evening.
Okay, and the next guest that I will invite is Miss Izani.
Hello everyone, my name is Izani.
Hello Izani.
Hello.
Okay, and the next guest is Miss Grace.
Hello everyone, my name is Rosalia.
Grace, can you come here a little bit? Okay. Yep, that's Grace. And the last but not least is our friend also, Miss Curry. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about the zoning system
Of school.
Yay.
So first of all, do you guys know what zoning system is? Or do I need to introduce you?
You can introduce first for the audience.
Okay, so first of all, the topic that is I said that is very hot that I'm gonna be discussing today with my friends is about the school zoning system. So as we all know, and as you all can see that we are all high school students, right? And we have been affected pretty much by the school zoning system. So first of all, before we start into the opinions and arguments, I will tell you a little bit about the school zoning system, okay? So, the school zoning system has been in use since 2018, am I right?
Yes.
2018.
That's right.
And that system in starts is accommodating 90% of the students by their zone and 10% from their academic achievement. But this rules was later changed on to being 80% of zone system and 15% of academic achievement and 5% of the I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it's that thing. So by the time this zoning system has been reduced a little bit, but it's still really affecting a lot of us right now. And not only that the students are affected by this, but also the parents and also maybe a lot of parts, yes, in this culture, in this society. So with that, with you guys know what the school zone system is, and as we are already been affected by it, I want to know, and I'm really curious about what do you guys think about this whole school zone system. Because first of all, let me ask, does it affect you like personally with the school zone system? Yes or no? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so without any further ado, I'm just going to ask some opinions, and who is going to speak first? Izani? Okay. Let her cook.
The zoning system in Indonesia is issued through the Minister of Education Regulation Number 14 of 2018 regarding the acceptance of new students PPDB at the elementary school level and middle school classes.
Yes.
The burden effect in the implementation that occur in community in accordance with the conditions of each region.
Okay.
So, from my perspective, this policy is a little bit unfair for
And
the
why is that?
who studied hard for their dream school, but this also gives a little sense of relief for the students because now since the school system run They don't have as much academic pressure as they have usually back in the days when the system hasn't been active.
Okay, so she thinks that the zonation system is pretty, can we say, beneficial because it makes us as students have less of academic belief. Yes, is that right? Okay. So now I will hear opinion from my other friends. Grace. Who? Okay.
Share my opinion. In my opinion, the zoning system can create unbalanced competition and unevenness in the facilities provided to schools. It may lead to a decline in the quality of education but promotes equality. There can be limited school quotas and students in terms of school selection. This is involved broader educational issues such as student learning processes, learning motivation, school achievement, parents and teachers problems, and the community. It is important to disseminate the policy clearly, monitor its implementation, and make necessary revisions.
Okay, so from your opinion, you disagree with Ivanis, right?
Yes.
Okay, and why is that? Can you say it one more time, like the conclusion?
Because the zoning system can create unbalanced competition and unevenness in the facilities provided to schools.
Okay, Moran, so Curry says that the school zoning system can create an unbalance and also unevenness in the school entry system, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that opinion will be responded by, yeah.
My opinion is different with Korean opinions. In my opinion, school zone has the benefit of reducing the burden of travel for prospective students and parents. Children no longer have to travel far every day to get to school. This not only reduces transportation time and cost, but also allows them to focus on education and self-improvement. The implementation of the zoning system also help in optimizing the use of educational infrastructure in the area. By allocating students based on area, schools that may have previously been understaffed can avoid the possibility of shortage of students. This encourages efficiency in the use of educational resources. With the system, education is not only focused on certain schools but also on schools in the area. By encouraging students to attend school in the nearest environment, school in rural or remote areas will receive greater attention. This can encourage economic growth and better infrastructure around the schools.
So it seems that Tia right here agrees with Izani's opinion and disagree with Kuri's opinion. And you said that the school zoning system is like less burning from the transportation, right? And I want to ask something. Do you go to school by the zoning system?
Yes, I go to school by zoning system.
And do you feel like it helps you?
Yes, this is helped me because I have my economic conditions.
Okay, so Dia feels helped by it. And Kuri, do you go to this school by zonation system?
Yes, actually.
But no, it's okay because we can have the same experience but a different opinion, right? Okay, so I'm pretty confused, guys, because all of their statements, all of their opinions are good, and all of their reasonings are so reasonable as well. So right now, I think I'm going to have ask the last person right here, Grace, about the pretty much conclusion of this whole thing. Can you wrap this up?
From my point of view,
from my point of view, the conclusion is that the school zone system is designed to assign students to school based on where they live. For low middle class families, this can have both positive and negative effects. Okay. On the positive side, it helps ensure that students attend school that are close to their homes, making it easier for them to get to school. This reduces transportation costs and time, which is especially helpful for families with limited resources. However, the downside is that school in more affluent areas often have better resources, while school in lower income areas might struggle with fewer facilities and less funding. This can create inequality. Okay, so I think that pretty much really concludes all of our opinions, like as what Izani says, Dia, Kuri, and being concluded by Grace. I hope that today's podcast, today's talk show can bring you a little bit more light to our school zoning system, and I hope that we all, students, parents, and all the people in this society can accept the zoning system as what it is. And if we felt there's and there's obviously a little bit unfairness in the system, right? Like by changing your family card and maybe by changing your identity or something, and maybe by paying the school. But aside of all that unfairness, I think we can all learn that the school zoning system do have a negative and also positive effects, yes, for all of us, besides all of the imperfectness. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming into this talk show, and we are signing off. Bye bye.
Bye bye.